Hey guys, my name is Mr. K. I am the owner of Cottage Family Karate in Woodinville, Washington, and today I'm going to help you guys with tying your karate belt. So first what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys two ways to tie your belt. First I'm going to show you the way that I tie my belt that I prefer. It's the way that I first learned it my first day of karate. And I'm going to show you guys an easier way as well, but it's a little bit trickier when you're twisting it behind. So first I'm going to start with the way I like it. I'm going to take one end of my belt, throw it out to the side. Typically I start on my right hip, and what I do is I just lay the belt here and I just have a few inches hanging off on the right side. Now from here I take it and I wrap it behind. When I go behind, you want to look and make sure that your belt is going over top of the part that's here on the right. And I want to make sure that my belt's not twisted anywhere. It's nice and smooth. From here I'm going to wrap it on one more time. Then I'm going to take this end out here on the right. I'm going to pull it down so it's even with the left side. Then I take this end that's over top, not the one that's tucked underneath, and I pull it underneath both ends of my belt. Not just the top layer, but under both. I'm going to pull them so they're nice and snug. Take a look, make sure they're even right here. Then you can see one's on top, one's underneath. I take the bottom one, flip it, lay this one over top, take my hand and pull this end through. Make sure they're nice and tight. You can see my belt is even, level, and then I have a nice clean knot. It's called the fortune cookie knot. And if you take a look at the back right here, they're both level, and there's no knot or twist in my back, so it's not going to be uncomfortable when we're laying on the ground doing grappling or anything. So that's the first way, and the way that I prefer tying my belt. This way's a little bit simpler, ends up with the same effect, but it's trickier from the back. So what I do is, see my belts are even, take the middle, I'm going to place it on my stomach, cross them behind. So see here, I switch hands. When I cross behind, normally people just pull it back in front, and you can see I have this kind of mess right here on my back. So there's a layer of a belt here and here. It's twisted, it's going to be uncomfortable when you're laying on the ground. So when I do this part and twist from behind and do this part, what I want to make sure I do is take this end and make sure I kind of tuck it underneath. Okay, so the belts are flush. One's laying over top of the other one. That's kind of the hard part right there. And then I take them here and then I'm back to the front and I have the same end result. So what I do is I take one's underneath, one's on top. I take the top one and tuck it underneath both. Pull them so they're nice and snug, make sure they're even. Bottom one turns, top one goes over top, arm through. And I make sure they're nice and snug. And I have a clean back here. Clean knot, belts are even, and I have a perfectly tight belt. So those are the two ways to practice tying your belt. Best way to do it is just take some time at home, practice, and then after a little while you guys will get it down.